Hello, welcome back. Katiz has claimed the outer throne. Didn't he already have this? I don't remember. Did some spells, we cured disease on our prophet, which is nice. Suddenly an arrow appeared out of the sky and struck my priest, who was sitting in the shitty throne province over here. Somehow he's survived it though. Not the most powerful arrow ever. More spells, then 2 ritual battles. First we threw some ghouls at the desert. Only 1 point in province defense. That goes fine. We took the desert. And then we got attacked in Lama. I don't know how to describe where this is. It's south of the fort near the throne with the disease site. Fortunately the ghouls bounce off the little bit of province defense that's here. Get kind of lucky, I think. So that was Lama. This province. So we managed to retain that, which is nice. You might have also noticed from the map that there was a battle in Polmania that we lost. Yeah. So I was just trying to steal this fort with Agija and some undead units. But apparently the fort was not empty, because it looks like this is what he broke siege with, and there are 10 mages here. So kind of overkill for what I had sieging. He blows through my undead with no problems, really. My mage has managed to escape, though, I think. Almost managed to defend it. Yeah, there we go. So unfortunately we weren't able to keep hold of Polmania. We did kill an engraver somehow. So unfortunately we no longer have this fort under threat. This war is not looking good, guys. I'll spoilers. Also battling Algold. This is the big army now, we can see. So lots of units, lots of mages. There's over 100 alms now. Got some full bars, 3 living mercuries, bunch of earth ellies. Also got some released ones. And some released warriors somewhere. Maybe they're mixed in. This army is marching towards my capital. It's fairly threatening. Can see lots of gems and stuff and items on the mages. This guy's geared out. I assume he's going to be a Howlcaster because he's got N3 already. Some air mages. There's some big mages in here somewhere. Oh, this guy's also got a bunch of nature gems. Lots of earth gems, lots of earth gems. Lots of earth gems. Yes, it's a pretty threatening army. That's an Algold now. 384 units. Lots of mages too. A couple of other little battles then as well. We attacked into Forest of Gun to take it back. 1 point in province defense, that's fine. What was the other one? Let's see. We also took back Dordania. I don't think there was anything here either. No. We got back both of these provinces that we want. We sent another Jarl into Rimar to defend. This did get hit by some ghouls. I had this guy scripted to just cast some spells and then attack, but I think maybe he does too many spells. Although I did not script that, so I guess he's off script a bit. Currently 118 fatigue. I did want to try casting Breath of Winter to see if it stacked with chill, and I think it does, because this guy now has a chill value of 24, which is pretty good. Usually he has a chill value of 18. But I'm going to have to change his script because it's a bit useless if he goes over 100 fatigue like that. I watched all of these now. There's also the Caverns of Gaul, which is over here. It's kind of unlucky that we lost this to ghouls, I think. Because the province defense has this priest guy who does banish. I guess he just wasn't powerful enough. Or maybe if those few ghouls hadn't gotten past. Or maybe if they had retreated quicker than we did. Oh, that's such a shame. Yeah, so we just about lost Caverns of Gold as well. Oh well. Did we kill the commander? No. That's unfortunate too. I think that's it for all of the interesting battles though. Events, Stone Heavens we got Heat +3. And Pania we got Heavy Rains. Where's Stone Heavens? Oh. I don't think that's someone attacking us. It was so eerily reminiscent of Woven Winter. I was like, wait, who's heating me? But I don't think that's anything, is it? Probably an actual random event. And that's it for messages. Yeah, we finished the fortress in Pania now, which is cool, I guess. Renthal still has 2 months to complete. We've lost this. You can see a new stack here. So I think we're going to lose this as well. And at that point we will be severely behind in the war. Because we will have lost a battle here. Lost one of our forts here. And then we're going to lose the only kind of actual ground we made in the war, which is taking the throne off him. So that's a shame. It's really hard to overstate how badly those last 2 turns screwed me up when I didn't move to Oak Beach. Put me completely behind, like, I feel so, like, crippled now. Even now, like, it's hard to think of what I can really do. Because he's got the big stack here, and so I feel like I have to defend Niflheim, right? The problem is, of course, if he just moves this big stack onto Ironport, well then what do I do? He'll crack it open immediately. And if I've moved everything to Nifl, he can just Ritual Abbey and I won't be able to get there in 1 turn. This doesn't feel good, you know? Another thing you could do is just split this stack with an expectation that I'm going to try and defend Nifl. You could literally just go in 3 directions with that stack because it's 400 units. And I'll just have everything in Nifl next turn. And then again, it's like, well, what do I do then? Just really awkwardly on the back foot now. On the plus side, like, if I do manage to somehow beat this stack in a fight, then that frees me up massively, but I'm not sure if we're going to get that lucky, to be honest. I thought another thing I could try and do was to just move everything to Abbey this turn. If I can get all of these stacks to Abbey, then whether he attacks Nifl or Ironport or splits, in all 3 of those cases I'm in a great position. But the problem with that is the biggest like chunk of my army is in Barmy. It means it has to move 2 provinces to get to Abbey. And I'm not super confident that we can get through my cap. In case he hits it with like a ton of rituals this turn when he moves into it. There's another thing I was worried about as well, actually. So we've got this guy, we've got these guys on patrol now. Ready for if we have a move patrol battle. That means, again, if this province gets hit by a bunch of rituals, then it's just going to be these guys defending on their own against the rituals. Which isn't great. And it blows some of the gems probably as well. Lots of things I wish I could do, and lots of things I'm worried about. And I'm not sure how interesting it is to talk through, like, thinking about all that stuff. Because in the end, all I've done is just decided to just move everything to Nifl. It's kind of the basic move you expect to do if you're getting a giant... If you've got a giant stack adjacent to your cap, it's like, yeah. I don't think this is a good move is the problem. I just think it's the safest move. And maybe that's a mistake. But I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to move some stuff to Renthal on the off chance we can hold it with a single mage and 20 points of terrible province defense. I don't think we will though, I think that's gone. So this area is just kind of cut It's just wondering what this stack is going to do, and if we can actually have a move patrol fight or not. But I think he just moves down onto Iron Port and takes it in one turn, and there's nothing I can do then. And then I have to walk down and try and fight it. Either way, let's put all that aside. What am I doing? Well, there's two things really. There's all the stuff that's either in my cap or adjacent to my cap that we can pretty much guarantee is going to be in the move patrol fight. And then there's all this stuff that has to move 2 provinces to get to the move patrol fight. So you guys can go on, search for a second so that we ignore you. Let's just look at this stuff. So if it's just this stuff fighting, it's these units, okay? We've got about 60 Niffle Jarls, no, about 60 Niffle Giants. They're just in the lines here. We've got 25 Jotun Wolves, a couple more Giants at the back here. These Wolves are not in the fight, don't ignore those. The Jotun Wolves are, the little Wolves are not. And then we've got some Rimvetti and Ice Ellies. A couple of mages mixed in. And then the bulk of my mages are in this block. All my skeletons are here. My demons here are on hold and attack archer. A lot of my skeletons are on bodyguard duty. They're all in this block here. If you're a Jarl, you're probably casting fire resistance and then doing some buffs on yourself and doing advance and cast spells. Pretty much everyone's doing that except this podcasting workshop, because he's not near a lab, so he can't get gems. He's got some items, he's still going to buff himself and then advance and cast spells. All the mages in the block, however, are just on mostly cast duty. The reason they're on cast duty is because I want to have them cast Horde of Skeletons, but we don't have Horde of Skeletons researched yet. It will be researched this turn. We need 166 to hit enchantment 5. We're making 173. We will have Horde of Skeletons. So, Death Mages usually like casting Horde of Skeletons without you telling them to. So doing some casts in between some personal buffs, pretty much what they're all doing. The exception is a couple of blood mages who are going to make a tiny communion of just 2 slaves and 1 master. They're going to be doing agony spam. Agony is a massive fear effect, but it's very difficult to cast. It's 200 fatigue and 175 cast time. It takes a while to cast, and it takes all of your fatigue, and it requires 2 blood slaves. So we're going to have a little tiny communion to hopefully try and get a couple of casts of that off. But I thought stacking agony on top of the units that we have, because the Jotun Wolves have a fear aura of 5, and the Draugr have a fear aura of 5 as well. So there's 40 units here who have fear on them, plus agony. And then we've got a nature mage doing a few panics as well, just to over the top, because why not? I think you've got a pretty big fear with the helmet as well, haven't you? 7. He'll be triggering a little bit of fear as well. So it's mostly Horde of Skeleton spam. We've got 1 big anti-magic going off on turn 1. We've got Howl going off on turn 1. And then we've got my god in the fight as well, who's mostly spamming lightning resistance, which isn't very much. But we know that Agartha does have the Shock Bodies Bless, so it'll help mitigate some of the lightning damage at least. And that is pretty much it. We basically just have to hope that our units outclass his, that our Skelly spam is better than his, and that our priests can banish his Skellies faster than he can get rid of mine. And that's pretty much it. If we are lucky, and we also get these guys coming from Niefelheim, coming to Niefelheim, they'll be on move patrol duty as well. Very similar stuff. There are more Astral Mages here, so they'll be doing some Body Ethereal and Luck spam. We've got even more Jarls who'll be doing even more fire resistance and then buffs and then advancing and casting spells. We have another anti-magic caster who's just, in reserve just in case the other one doesn't go off. We will also do a Light of the Northern Star. We've got a couple more Communion Slaves who will help out for the Agony Communion. And a couple more Horde of Skeleton Spammers as well. There's even another Nature Mage here who will drop some Poison Wards, mostly to help with those Living Mercuries. So, those guys will be move patrolling as well. Whole army together looks like this. Ignore the wolves. Got some Draugr out here. Big block of Draugr and whites in the middle, because the Mercuries are in the middle now. Rimvetti at the side, Ice Slays down here, line of giants, block of skellies, wolves, and demons on attack archers after holding for 2 turns. And we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that we can get these units from Ironport to my cap because there's already units in Abbey, quite a lot of them as well. If he tries to take this province with rituals, I think we just fight them off, don't we? 19 ice giants with blessings and ethereality and stuff. It should be fine. So as long as we can hold this province during the ritual phase, I don't think you can stop friendly movement. So in theory we should have these guys in the fight as well. Yeah. The other thing you could do, of course, is you could ritual onto Ironport, which would lock the army into Ironport. I think. I know that if you're only moving one place, that's not true, right? You can get out of the fort after the ritual phase if you're only moving one province. I'm not sure if it's true if it's 2 or not, though. But just to be on the safe side, I also have some stuff patrolling in Ironport as well, and I put the province defense up to 38. So these guys will be patrolling. If this stack does move into Ironport, then that kind of sucks because these guys will all die, absolutely. But it's not the most, like, expensive stuff in the world. Just a couple of mages. It's enough to, like, fend off, you know, ghouls and air elementals. But it's not enough to fend off this army. But it is what it is. And then the other miscellaneous movement are these guys. I'm not going to bother trying to get them 2 movements. I'm going to head them just into Barmy, a single movement. Just do some spells. Try and defend this against, I don't know, whatever little incursion there is. This guy went up, which I thought was interesting. Maybe he thought I was going to attack this province? Don't know. And the ghouls I just sent to King's Tomb are going to attack into Algold now. Fill that in behind him. Of course, the absolute ideal situation would be that he moves on to Algold, loses, and then I take the province behind him and he loses the whole army. There is a 0% chance that that happens, but that would be the best case scenario. I think if we even get a battle next turn on Niefelheim, I think we're lucky. Because I think it's more likely he does something cleverer than that. I think it's also possible that something hits Niefelheim in the ritual phase and fucks up these guys, because there isn't much here. We'll have to see. Research targets to look like this. We'll get enchantment and then get some construction, I guess. I'd really like an astral booster. We got another S2 mage recently. S2D1 is a Vengeance of the Dead caster if we had 1 astral booster. Which would be nice to just be throwing at that stack. Picking off commanders whenever we can. We've got a couple of mages who could be casting that on the stack. I think we've got 3 actually. There's an S2 here, an S2 here, and there's one down here who's dying, but I think, yeah, that would really help us. I think that's everything though. This is not a strong position to be in. It's a shame because we started on a good foot. I don't have high hopes now. But we'll see what happens. I'll mark as unfinished. This is a rough turn. That was turn 42. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.